It's Maurice Russo here from the Staff Travel Department. Myself and Matt McCurry, we negotiate agreements with other airlines to increase for our staff travel. So what I'm going to go through here is now the first time on how to log into Mighty Travel. Now, the Mighty Travel travel benefits become active after 6 months employment with Kalitta, and that's automatically done through the platform. Now, eligible members are the employee, spouse, domestic partner, children under 24, and parents. In order to add the dependents, you just need to send me an email, and I add them. At this stage, we're adding them manually. At a later stage, once we work out an automated system, they'll be done automatically. But at this stage, myself and Mac, we manually load them up. Now, for a first-time user, you go to the Mighty Travel website. That is the URL. You can see in the top left-hand corner. The procedure is, for the first time, to register, you go to forgot password. The employing airline is Kalitta Air, and we use the K4 Kalitta. Username is your staff number, and you just click request new password. Once that's done, an email is generated and sent to your company email address. Follow the link and you will generate a new password. Once that's done, you can log in for the first time. So, first time login. We have Mighty Travel, welcome back. Employing airline is Kalitta Air. Username is your staff number. Password is the one you've just generated. You have two options, duty or leisure. Some airlines use Mighty Travel for jump seating. There's a list of what airlines use for jump seating. It's available in the Alpha app. But today we're just going to be looking at the leisure component only. So we've actually got leisure selected and logging in. Every time you log in, you have the privacy statement. You can read through that at your leisure. And you check that and you continue. Here we have the new flight page. Now, every airline has its own policy in regards to staff travelers. So when you're traveling for an airline for the first time, especially a foreign airline, it's always a good idea to go into the travel info. So we'll just click on the travel info, and we have, in this example, we'll look at Southwest Airlines, which we do have an agreement with. Southwest Airlines, it's the leisure mode for us. Continue. And here is their requirements for a ZED ticket with them. You could read that through same thing at your leisure. It's just goes to great detail. The most important policy for us, when you really need to check the dress code, as it can vary from airline to airline. Dress code for Southwest is pretty straightforward. It's just casual, and they expect employees and eligible travellers to use their good judgment. Obviously, bare feet is not acceptable. The baggage, as a policy for all staff travellers, they use 20 kilos. That's the standard weight. I found they've been a little bit more flexible. If you're a couple of kilos over, they've generally been okay with me. I haven't had any issues with that. And then with here, it goes into it covers all the information that you require. So once you've read through that, we can go back. And look at booking a flight. You have the option of new flight, or if you have flights already booked, it'll tell you your upcoming flights with the PNR codes. So in this case, we'll go into new flight. You will have the available travellers, which will be your dependents. And in this case, I'll just use myself. And here we have one traveller, which is me. It gives you the option, 5 flights. You either do the one-way ticket, a return ticket, or multiple legs. I've never used the multiple legs. I've sometimes used the round trip for simple flights, for 2-sector flights. Or if you're going, if you're unfamiliar, if it's the first time, I just use one way. It's just that little bit easier. Okay, so let's continue with the airline. We go to Southwest Airlines. Travel status, all ZED tickets are R2. You can see here for the drop down menu, it gives the option of also pilot commuting list. You would use that if the airline requires you to, if you're going to use it for a jump seat. So in our case, we're using ZED tickets. So the ZED tickets is all on R2 standby. For this example, we'll look at a flight between Los Angeles through to Miami. Departing on, say, the 20th. You can cancel that time, but it'll just if you leave it at 00 to give the full 24 hours. Economy, we have it gives you 3 options. We don't have any agreements in first. With business, we've got only, at this stage, we've got Oman Air. Virgin Australia has said they will give it to us probably next month or so. Marubu Airlines have given it to us. They're an Estonian airline. And Qantas is in the process of deciding if they're going to give it to us. So hopefully that'll come through in the next couple of weeks. But at this stage, with Southwest, the only option we have is economy. Okay, then we have the flight schedule display. So you can see here we've got Southwest Airlines. It's color coded. The green means there is more than 9 seats available, yellow less than 9, and red is overbooked. It's a bit vague. It's not the best. There are other apps which will give you a more accurate load. MyD themselves, the platform, are looking at providing accurate information up to 72 hours before the flight, but that hasn't come online yet, and it'll probably take another 6 months before they get all the agreements from the airlines to release the information. So in this case, we'll just use the first option here, Southwest Airlines, and it's going via Houston, then through to Miami. And we click onto that. That's the flight we've selected. Now with the airlines, it varies from airline or airline. Now some airlines will check your luggage through, all the way through, in this case ALA through MIA. I've never done ZED tickets with Southwest, so I don't know if they will or they won't. You just have to ask the question at check-in if they will check it through. But in any case, sometimes if the loads are light, they'll give you 2 boarding passes for both sectors. If it's looking a bit marginal, they'll only give you 1 boarding pass, and then you'll need to go to the transfer desk and ask again how the loads are for the second sector, and then once there is a seat available, then they'll issue you the second boarding pass. Continue. The cost, here we are. The cost for the flight is $78, and there's $21.45 due to airport fees and the MyD fee of $3.62 for 2 sectors. So MyD travel charges about $1.81 per sector, and that's the fee which you will pay. If you're flying with a foreign airline, you'll always be charged in that foreign currency, even though it will show you in US dollars. That's an indication how much it is, and that's a setting which I put when I register people. Travel documents, you can fill it in at this stage or you don't. Just depends if you're flying domestically or internationally. You can skip this stage and just do it at the check-in. You've got that option. Date of birth, some airlines want it, some airlines don't. It just depends on who you're booking. So I'll just put in a random date so we can continue on there. You have the hazmat declaration. And we get to the contact and payment. So that's what we're doing. You can see we've got 2 flights to get to Miami. You're already listed. It's an R2 standby ticket and it's an economy category. Contact info, you've got option of having 2 numbers. Email address, this is where the ticket will be emailed to. You can change it to your personal address if you like. The name of the traveller, the flight, the fees get repeated here, and then you've got your credit card information, and just fill that in and finish, and the ticket is generated and emailed to you. If you do require a refund, you'll find it an option just to click refund. I haven't done one recently, but I've had no complaints from any people which have done it, so it appears to be sort of a relatively straightforward procedure. And that's it on how to book a ticket with Mighty Travel. If you have any questions, please drop me an email, or if you're on my number, just send me a text and I'll get back to you. Thank you.